gonna stand there 18 hours in a dress. I deserve to be paid.
Rachel, did Steven Spielberg not pay you for your role in West Side Story? Cry me a river. People have real problems and no one gives a shit if she got paid for 17.
You just can't close your mouth.
Studios really need to go back to what they originally did, which was tell your stars to shut up.
Because you just can't be sane, even when you do open your mouth.
To address the elephant in the room. I'm the hottest person in the world.
What can be said about this level of narcissism?
I'm a narcissist.
Other breaking news. Water. Wet.
She comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat, and that's why people are so annoyed.
Everything will be great once we just act exactly like men.
Who wants a movie about true love? What kind of woman do we want out there seeking true love, Eliana? It's the outrage.
I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part.
I don't know if that mirror was broken, but that has to be one hell of an acting job by Gal Gadot. She looks into the mirror and she's mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? And then they show her a picture of Rachel Zegler and somehow she has to not burst out laughing. We're not all blind. We can still see. Gal Gadot is a beautiful person. And Rachel Zegler is a fairly good-looking person.
Zegler's career now looking like it is seriously on life support.
Theaters are, of course, entirely empty.
1, 2.
Rachel Zegler didn't just stumble. She sprinted into career suicide and then filed a $100 million lawsuit to make sure everyone saw it happen. South Park roasted her once, and instead of laying low, Rachel swung back with legal threats. The result? South Park is doubling down, Disney is abandoning ship, and Rachel's public meltdown just turned into a full-blown industry disaster.
You check under the bed and make sure there's no Disney executives under there.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, only this time, it wasn't just me. They were taking all my favorite people and replacing them with diverse women complaining about the patriarchy.
It's a brand new exclusive event with all your favorite South Park characters.
Dude, school is going to be so awesome today.
I had explosive diarrhea all night.
I like big boobs.
Oh, hamburgers.
How does this even make any sense?
It makes perfect sense. I think the problem is you.
You think it's perfectly normal that Cartman is suddenly a black woman?
You probably don't like that Indiana Jones got replaced by a female either, huh? Probably have a problem with Black Spider-Man, too.
Nothing has brought me greater joy than watching the Walt Disney Company absolutely panic over the last few weeks. They're mad at South Park because they're making fun of their woke ideologies, constantly race swapping or religion swapping everything in their movies.
I like, put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more lame. And the Disney stuff.
No, make it more lame. That is exactly what they're doing. And that is why we hate the diversity, equity, and inclusion casting and writing in movies.
And the downfall started the moment Rachel forgot Hollywood's golden rule: respect the audience that pays you. Instead, she gave interviews boasting about being the hottest person alive, mocking true love, and sneering at the fairy tales Disney built its empire on. Instead of reimagining Snow White, Rachel decided to lecture the world. And when fans pushed back, she doubled down harder. That's when South Park smelled blood.
I did not like Snow White. The reason why is that the actress that plays Snow White, she acts like a bitch all the time.
To address the elephant in the room. I'm the hottest person in the world. Weird. So will she rise or bow her head? Will she lead or just be led?
Yeah.
Weird. Like, who has been the most exciting person for you tonight?
Oh my God.
Besides me. Took the words out of my mouth. Besides.
They are pretending like Rachel Zegler is the first of them all when she looks like Lord Farquaad in the film.
And everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
And if you disagree with this sentiment, I don't need your business.
She's not going to be safe with a prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
Oh my God.
So no prince or a different kind of prince?
I'm sure a lot of people will assume it's a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie. Right. Andrew Burnap, great dude.
Yeah.
All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
What an idiot I've been as a young person in this industry who has no filter and no idea what she's doing.
I am walking into Snow White, 2 p.m., now seating. Let's see how empty it is. I hope it's off the book we go. I hope. Sound like I hear a couple of people. One, two. too.
I don't need your business. Thanks.
South Park didn't have to invent a parody. They just animated Rachel's real interviews, tantrums and all. A raging, woke princess trashing traditions. A cartoon so accurate, it was almost uncomfortable. Memes exploded. Snow woke. Rachel Meltdown. And when you become a meme in Hollywood, you're not a brand anymore, you're a liability.
Because a woman shouldn't have to depend on a man. Snow White was brought back to life by Lady Doctor. And she lived happily ever after? Well, she couldn't indulge in strenuous activities like handball, but otherwise, she was fine. That's nice. Oh, that walking made me sleepy. This bed's too hard. This bed's too soft. And this bed is just like the first one. Also too hard. I guess I'll sleep in the one that's too soft.
Whoa! She's beautiful.
Maybe she's been placed under some kind of a curse.
And all that will wake her is the kiss of a handsome...
I'm awake already! So Snow White slept and waited for her prince to come. But he never did.
Excuse me. Your curtain. Please allow me to help.
Help? From you?
I didn't mean to offend. I just thought you should know that you're...
That I should know what? That some privileged white guy thinks his opinion matters? Get over your entitlement. I'm not some damsel in distress waiting for you to ride in on your high horse. In place of the patriarchy, you would have a queen! Not white, but diverse, inclusive, and equitable! I will become the leader I know I can be! All shall love me and despair!
Oh, what has she done to you? Fear not. First love's kiss can break any curse.
Instead of letting the storm pass, Rachel made the fatal mistake. She tried to sue South Park, a $100 million defamation lawsuit, because she thought satire had gone too far. It was like trying to put out a forest fire by throwing gasoline on it. South Park didn't back down. They reloaded.
Who's the Disney character you identify with most? Mickey, Nemo, Peter Pan, or Dumbo? Dumbo. That's sad, but yeah, like...
Insiders say new episodes are already underway. This time mocking not just Rachel's interviews, but her lawsuit itself. You don't win fights with South Park. You become an even bigger punchline. If Rachel thought a lawsuit would make people take her seriously, she couldn't have been more wrong. Memes tripled overnight. Every repost, every viral joke, every side-by-side video cemented Rachel's new image. Not a rising star, a cautionary tale. In the digital age, perception moves faster than PR. Meanwhile, Snow White's box office collapsed even after its premiere. Ticket sales were weak, merchandise gathered dust, retailers backed out, investors exploded, and Disney executives pointing fingers everywhere except at themselves. Because in Hollywood, you can survive bad reviews, but you don't survive becoming a national joke after your movie's already in theaters. Rachel isn't the first celebrity to get roasted by South Park, but she might be one of the few who personally delivered them new material. Instead of laughing it off or staying silent, she charged straight into their trap, and now she's branded forever. In an industry obsessed with image, the meme always wins over the apology. Rachel Zegler isn't Snow White anymore. She's a punchline in a business that has no patience for bad PR. But this disaster isn't just Rachel's problem anymore. Snow White's collapse triggered a full-blown crisis inside Disney. Upcoming remakes like The Little Mermaid 2 and Hercules are already being quietly reevaluated. Because when your billion-dollar fairy tales turn into internet memes, the magic is gone. And South Park didn't just roast Rachel, they exposed a much bigger problem Disney can't spin away. For Rachel Zegler, Snow White was supposed to launch her into superstardom. Instead, she's fighting for relevance while South Park sharpens the next round of jokes. Disney is moving on. And audiences, they've already decided. Rachel Zegler isn't a princess. She's a punchline. Because once the meme machine turns you into a joke, there's no lawsuit big enough to save you. Think Hollywood's learned its lesson after this? Think again. South Park is just getting started, and the next Meltdown is already loading. Make sure you subscribe, because when you're ready to hear what Hollywood really doesn't want you to know, we'll be right here waiting.